Hello, 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 and welcome to Capturing Christianity. I'm Cameron Bertuzzi, and today we're talking about CCv2, which is our second annual Capturing Christianity conference. I'm going to give you all of the details about this conference. It's happening. Well, I'm just going to jump right in. Okay, so let's go. So here's the topic: science and faith equals BFFs. Yep, that's the theme. I wanted to focus this year on science, and I thought that I just thought that title was fitting because obviously faith and reason and science and everything are not in conflict in the slightest. So they're best friends forever. Made a lot of sense. So the conference dates. Let me go ahead and scroll up here and show you the conference dates. August 4 through 6. Let me highlight this. 4 through 6. There we go. 2022 in Houston, Texas. Again, basically the same place that we hosted it last year. And the tickets, if you want to purchase tickets, we have general admission. We also have all access. So general admission is basically access to Friday and Saturday, which I'll show you the schedule in just a second. And then the all access passes also get you, well, they're for patrons only, and they include a Thursday night invite only mixer with all of the conference guest speakers. So, and here's the list of guest speakers. Let's just jump right in. Guest speakers, Dr. William Lane Craig. Now, I believe Dr. Craig is the only person at this event who is sort of Skyping in. So he's like the only one. And he's Dr. Craig, so he kind of gets a pass. It's just like when Dr. Craig says yes, you got to accept no matter what. But so he's coming, and I'll get to the schedule in just a second and let you know what he's actually doing here. But some returning guests, Dr. Sygart, Liz Jackson. We have a new guest, Leslie Wickman. I'll talk about her a little bit more in a moment. And I actually plan on having her on the channel for an interview. She has a really cool book. Tyler McNabb, Andrew Moon. These guys are philosophers, but they've also done some work in the crossover between science and religion. Dr. Joshua Swamidas, whom, if you watch this channel, you probably have heard about him. If you're new to the channel, you've never heard about him. He's a Christian, he's a scientist, and he's amazing. And he's really, really cool. And he's having a dialogue with Dr. Jim Tour. Dr. Jim actually lives in Houston, so that makes things pretty convenient. They're going to have a dialogue. I'll get to that in the conference schedule in just a moment. And then we also have Michael Jones from Inspiring Philosophy. He will be at CCv2. You'll get a chance to meet him, talk to him, get all of your ideas about idealism over to him. And then we're also having a guy named Dr. Marcus Ross. And Dr. Ross, he is debating Michael Jones on young earth creationism. So, all right, let's look at the schedule. So Thursday, as I mentioned, we have the mixer with the speakers and all access ticket holders. That's like 6 to 8 p.m. Then on Friday, we start at 10 a.m. We're changing things up a little bit this year because last year we started a little bit later and we went later on Friday. And then we started like really early on Saturday. So ending late on Friday, starting early on Saturday didn't make a whole lot of sense. So this year what we're doing is we're starting early on both days and ending early on both days. So 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. is when we start. We've got Dr. Andrew Moon. I'm still working on all the different titles and the main sessions, basically, that each of these guys are going to be giving. So stay tuned for that. I'm getting more information as we're getting nearer and nearer to the event. Dr. Andrew Moon, followed by Dr. Sygart. We've got a break for lunch at 12. Then we've got a breakout session, main session with Dr. William Lane Craig. And this one, again, is the only one that is being Skyped in. And what he's actually doing, it's going to be a full hour of just Q&A. So basically whoever lines up first is going to be able to ask him kind of any question on their mind. It could be related to the topic. It could be related to something else, something in particular in reference to Dr. Craig's own work. So that is going from 3 to 4. And then 4 to 6, we have our debate between, and this is a formal debate between Michael Jones and Marcus Ross. Is evolution compatible with Genesis? That's Friday. Now on to Saturday. We've got 9 to 9:50 a.m. We've got Dr. Liz Jackson, followed by Dr. Tyler McNabb. We've got a break for lunch. Then we've got our second breakout session. And then we've got a main session by Dr. Leslie Wickman. And then we've got the dialogue between Joshua Swamidas and Jim Tour, where right now I have they're discussing abiogenesis and Jesus, but we're still working on the details on what they're actually going to discuss and possibly potentially disagree about. So we're still working on a topic for them, but both of them will be having a dialogue. That will be like the last thing that happens on Saturday. If you'd like hotel information, you can go to, I've got a handy dandy link right in the description of this video. If you're interested in booking a hotel, we've got a block at La Quinta. It's near the venue, so you don't have to travel too far in order to go to the conference and then stay at the hotel. And we've locked in a rate of like $75 a night, which is crazy awesome. That's really cool. And then just frequently asked questions. Those you can go and look on the website. COVID-19, as you probably know, we're good to go on COVID. So masks are optional. Social distancing, optional. You guys can do whatever you want. CCv2, $185 for the all access, and that gets you to that Thursday night mixer. And we're also, we've upped it a little bit for this Thursday night event. We're also going to be giving everyone t-shirts. That's part of the reason for the price increase this year. And it's just going to be a really good time. So general admission, the early bird price is currently available right now, and $75 again, right here. We've already had a bunch of patrons already sign up. So if you're interested in attending, tickets are going to go pretty quickly. So I recommend go ahead and getting your tickets now. The early bird pricing is not going to last forever. I highly recommend that you pick up your tickets now if you're interested in attending this event. So again, August 4 through 6, CCv2. Super, super excited. If you guys have any questions or just want to chat, then I will be available on the stream for the next 20 minutes or so. So if you have a question about the conference or about anything related to the CC Exchange event that just ended recently on the current timeline, then let me know. In the meantime, I want to talk to you about my friend. His name is Mark Lozano over at Christ-Centered Capital. Now, what he's done recently, if you've heard me talk about him before, in the past, so what he does is he provides a sort of ethical screening for financial assets like stocks and cryptos. So he basically looks and makes sure that whatever these people aligns with your Christian morality. So that's what he does. It's a sort of ethical screening of these financial assets. But in the past, he was basically providing a paid service. So he would screen all of these different assets and then provide like a weekly report of the top assets and like the most investable assets that also align with your Christian views and morality. And in the past, this was a paid thing, but now he sort of had, in the words of Michael Scott, he had an epiphany. And what he's doing now is it's completely 100% free. So in the past, I would give you like a code and you could go like sign up and get money off and stuff. But now it's just like literally 100% free for anyone to go and get this information. So ChristCenteredCapital.com, I've got it linked in the description of this video if you're interested in go checking it out. And Mark, I mention this every time that I talk about him. He's a solid guy. The reason why he's even doing this in the first place is because he found Christ. He was an atheist, and he found Christ and realized that a lot of the stuff that he was investing in just didn't make sense with his newfound Christian faith. And so he basically liquidated all of his assets, and now he's doing this job full time, pretty much, to provide this really, really needed service. And you should be, if you're investing into anything, you need to be concerned about what you're putting your money into. I think that's pretty obvious, but we just kind of forget that like that's an important thing to do, to focus on, is like we need to be aware of what we're putting our money in. And so that's what you need to be concerned about. And Mark has done all the hard work, and it's free. There's zero reason not to go and check him out. ChristCenteredCapital.com. All right, let's get to some questions. It looks like we actually got, let me see if this is formatted correctly. Of course it is not. So from Maverick Christian, will there be vids from CC Exchange? Yeah, so the interview, well, it wasn't necessarily an interview, but the session that I did with Joe Schmid, he and I talked about different intellectual virtues and vices. That video will be available probably next week. And then the dialogue between Alex and Trent will be available maybe the week after that, maybe the week after that. I'll have to see what's going on the schedule. My plan is to release, and we also recorded a whole bunch of different things while they were all here. So I recorded something with Joe that's already on the channel. I recorded an interview with Trent that will be going on the channel as well. I recorded an interview with Alex. Alex was also able to get a bunch of different content. We did a sort of round table discussion between the four of us on the problem of evil in my dining room, and that was a lot of fun. So we've got a lot of content, content's coming down the pipeline, so to speak, but I'm just trying to still sort of recover from the exchange happening just over the weekend. A lot of work went into that, and now we're just launching, ramping up CCv2 stuff. So always stuff going on behind the scenes. Super excited about it. But yes, in short, Maverick Christian, we will be showing some of those videos soon. So yeah, let me go ahead and look at more. It looks like we don't have actually any more comments that have come in. So what I do is actually just cut this one short. So CCv2, the details, August 4 through 6, Science and Faith equals BFFs. Go check out more details on the website linked in the description of this video. Super easy to go check out and see if you can come and meet everyone in person. Last year, one of the biggest benefits, I'll just say this and then I'll close, as if I'm like a pastor about to close a message. Last year, what was really cool about the event, about CCv1, was that there was a bunch of people who had like been friends on Facebook or online for years, and they had never met in person. But then they all wanted to come to CCv1 together. And so they did that, and they were able to deepen their relationships and just have a great and awesome time. And that's one of the really cool things about CCv1 and these types of conferences, is that when you actually get to meet like the friends that you've been friends with for years, you actually get to meet with them and hang out and chill and talk about apologetics and philosophy like literally all day long. Those are the types of memories that you can't duplicate any other way. And it's really cool. Like, I can't talk about that enough. Aside from like how cool the conference itself is going to be and all the different speakers and sessions and debates. And we have 2 debates this year. We've got Dr. William Lane Craig is going to be with us, joining us remotely. I mean, there's a lot of different awesome things that are happening at the conference, but beyond the conference, like the social aspect of the conference is just like, that alone is kind of worth coming, and just because like convince your friends to come to an event like this. So just super cool. All right, so we did actually have someone ask a question, and this looks like it's related to Islam. Do you plan to have any more Muslim philosophers on your channel or attending these debates? I think it's cool to hear from all 3 monotheisms. That's a good question. Who is that ahead of the curve? It looks almost like Alex O'Connor, but the text in front of the face is making it kind of difficult to tell who that is. Anyways, I don't have any current plans, but that is a really good idea down the line. CCv3, I've already got some ideas for CCv3, and I'm rolling around those right now, but I don't want to give away any details. But for future conferences, that is totally doable. That is totally doable. So yeah. All right, I think that's going to do it for this just a very short stream. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Check out the conference. Hope to see so many of you guys there. Super awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So see you soon. Hey, it's me again. Actually, don't leave yet. I've got something super important to tell you. So first of all, you're awesome. Like you just watched a really long video just now, and you're still watching it. That is actually pretty amazing. Secondly, we have literally hundreds of other apologetics related videos for you to watch on our channel. Go check them out. I've interviewed exorcists, hosted debates between Christians and atheists. I've even made response videos to atheists. All of that is available on our channel. Go check it out. Third, I rely on people that see value in my work, people like you that watch videos to the very end, to keep the lights on around here. Literally, this is how I feed my family. So if you see value in the work that I do,